episode is it, Kolton?
One more time, acapella. Hello.
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 Good try.
Episode 49. Let's go.
Whoa, let's go. Welcome to
Damn, one more week. The big 5-0. Still haven't thought of anything, but we'll think of something.
yeah, we'll get
We have some ideas.
Yeah.
We have some ideas.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been a pretty eventful week.
Yeah.
I guess
True.
we'll start off with, the big game news. Sony has backpedaled on the Helldivers 2 conundrum, like the PSN network, being being required. So it's kind of cool, kind of neat. Just enough, one of those wins of just the internet being like, "Yo, fuck you, we're not doing this."
Yeah.
Can't think of the last thing. Maybe Sonic.
I was gonna say Sonic.
Redesign. Yeah. But that was kind of nice.
Surely there was something since then.
I'm probably, but I don't know.
Even with like games, I feel like review bombings happened a few times.
I feel like those just get review bombed, though. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. Pretty big deal.
I guess review bombing wouldn't necessarily like make a company backpedal that much. It was more so the fact that people were sending back their games on Steam. Yeah, refunding their games back. So it's like, hey, we're losing a shit ton of money here. Screw this.
Especially for like a live service game too, where that's like, you know, they're expecting that game to bring in money continuously, where it's like, oh, that just stopped because we want you to log in.
Exactly.
Probably stop that.
Yeah.
People are still mad because I think they're still doing the same thing for like their other games, like even like their like single player, like Ghost of Tsushima, that's coming out on PC soon. They've started refunding people for that too, because it's the same thing. So
interesting.
What those boards are like at Sony, where it's like, hey, I have this idea, guys.
It probably, honestly, I just think it's the way it was done. If they had either done it from the beginning, then none of this would happen and no one would care, or as much, I should say. I'm sure people would still. I'm sure it would have not been this whole event.
I'm sure it still will go forward with it as is, and I think that's why people are still getting the refunds for Ghost of Tsushima, because I think it's not out yet, and then they've announced it, so people have like pre-ordered it or whatever, which I guess makes sense.
I think you're right, Khari, because I remember a lot of games like that I buy sometimes on Steam, I'll have to like automatically log into like the EA or Ubisoft, stuff. It's like, you roll your eyes, but it's just like, okay, I have to do this to play this game. But
yeah. I hate it when they make you just install the whole platform, but you buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
What was that? That's Ubisoft that does that, right? Where it's
like
it's not just logging in; it's like install this app in order to run the game.
EA too for a bit, didn't it have its own?
Oh yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like it.
Yeah.
Classic.
In any case, other fun
for
game
all
news.
the gamers. Yeah. I was just finishing it off. We all are playing a game, I guess now. Or actually, there's a new game that came out, Animal Well. Right? Have you guys? How much have you guys played that?
I've probably played the least. I think I've only played probably half an hour so far.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And
guess I won't spoil it then for you, Kade.
Yeah, how far have you gotten? How many hours, Kolton?
I met roughly the cat. I just got past the cat. I'll just say that. I would say after all the reviews and people talking about it, I think what sold me on the game was just the marketing ploy of Donkey was being hilarious, and him and the creator going on VR chat and just goofing around. But
I didn't even see that.
It's just on Donkey's channel. Just them being goofy. But everyone was saying that it's super unique. Really, you have to be think outside the box for some of the puzzles and whatnot and things. And I wasn't really getting that until I met the cat, and you're kind of like, okay, I have to figure out how to get past this boss, or figure out the boss. And I didn't have that. Yeah.
And there's stuff it doesn't tell you that you just kind of experiment with. You're like, oh wait,
right,
I can do this. Oh, it's really, really well done. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. And it wasn't until I got one of the key items that you use in the game, from the cat area.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, you use the item, but then you can also jump on that item to get to other places.
Yeah.
This is I'm trying not to spoil as much. And you're kind of like, wow, then it opens up your world of like how I can reach other places or get to do other things. Then that's sort of when I think the game really starts for me, or when I'm getting like hooked onto it.
Yeah, and the way you mix and match your little abilities too.
Right.
So I don't even think
I haven't done that yet. Mixing
abilities yet.
It's you probably have without knowing. You kind of maybe because I kind of did a lot of stuff, but the cat, and then did cat recently, so maybe I came back. Yeah. But it's very very well done, and it has a good mood to it.
Oh yeah,
I love the aesthetic.
Beautiful, yeah. Aesthetic's great. Awesome.
Wrote his own engine from scratch, from the ground up.
Oh, that's insane. That's
Whenever somebody does that, that's insane. Let alone one person do that. If it's like a team, like okay, sure, I kind of get it. You got like a team of devs back there just cooking away, but when it's just one dude doing everything, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy and what you call it? Did the creator of Stardew Valley also make his own engine?
That is, it's kind of this basically. That's like a mono game. It's like a framework. He probably, I mean, for all I know, maybe this game was something similar, but both are impressive. By the way, it's not like,
so
basically not using something like Unity. You're just using a library, right?
Yeah, I
don't understand is how do you get this game to be 40 megabytes? That I'm still flabbergasted by it. It's insane.
Probably literally just all crazy pixel. You know, they like save spaces with pixel shenanigans, like storing his bits or something. I don't know.
I guess he also, when you're on one area, it's like probably just one map is loaded at one single time. So
yeah.
Saves. Cool. But then then creatures and
then the sounds too, right?
Sounds, and then also it takes into consideration of where all like the items, or not items, but like the levels, like platforms are. Because if you switch back and forth between
it's like
the platform is still there.
Right?
Yeah, it's persistent. Yeah.
So, like, I've noticed that. That's really, lots of good stuff in this game.
So crazy. Like,
we all recommend it.
Yep.
I think that's the consistency.
Yeah, I haven't played much, but I definitely want to keep playing.
Yeah.
It's like if Halo 2 met Halo 3. That's Animal.
What?
I thought you were serious for a second. I was like, wait, are we talking about the same game?
I actually tried this a little bit, like.
There's some stupid like thing someone said in one of Donkey's like videos of
okay.
That's funny. I was very confused. I was like, have we all been talking about a different game for a second here?
Okay, without spoiling anything, when you got to the cat, did you go other places as well, and before you figured it out?
Well, what I did, like, I looked around and I realized, okay, well, I'll just say it, Kate, like, or slight spoiler, it is a boss. Like, the cat is a boss.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I want to figure this out, so I'm not going to try to go to other areas. So I just went into a different direction to progress, like, beating the boss.
I don't even know what I did, but like if you take the cat with you,
that's what I was thinking.
Right?
What happens if you take the cat with you? Because I didn't do that. Yeah.
I did that, and it some stuff happened at some specific areas I could not figure out, and I don't know. And it's very interesting. It's all really like.
I have a feeling you get some benefit if you have the cat chase or go.
Yeah, there's probably there's probably something cool there. But I was just it seems like it has a lot of nice little secret like cryptic stuff.
Like that's definitely like a maybe even a speed run thing where it's like every boss you let them do their actual mechanic instead of trying to outsmart them. So or have that extra urgency. I'm sorry, Kate.
And one last thing, I like the boss music, right? Just like 3 notes.
It's
just
it was so.
But it works.
Too. What the fuck?
All right. Let's talk about the actual news that's changing the world right now. I'm sure you guys are tired of discussing and hearing about.
Yeah.
But we gotta mention GPT-4o.
No.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Because they came out with their sequel short film, right? The balloon head thing or whatever.
Balloon head. Wait, I'm confused.
Did you not watch that short film they made with? Or no, that was.
I've seen random short films that like Sora did.
Yeah, it was Sora. They're still the same company, right? Yeah.
I don't remember the balloon head, but
I actually haven't clicked much on any of the Chat GPT. I've seen the stuff come up, and I'm like, look at it's doing something amazing. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch it later.
Can you make a bullet summarization, Khari, first?
Yeah, what is this?
Summarize this entire paragraph.
No, it's actually insane. It actually is insane. It's a real time talking to you bot that can you can interrupt it and stop it while it's like snappy.
Oh, interesting.
And then they it could talk in like different ways. Like it can talk dramatically or talk like a robot. Like you can just talk to us, hey, can you act more? It literally is acting. It's literally her, basically. It's just not. It's insane how real time it is.
That's pretty crazy.
It's literally
yeah, it's literally her.
So can we make it sound like it's Scarlett Johansson talking to us? Or
you probably could, but that's probably a lot of lawsuit incoming there.
I'm not saying replicate her,
or a big pay, or a big pay, you know.
Yeah.
Should be the I'm sure people would do that. But it's straight up like it's gotten everybody. Yep.
Up in arms.
This is not up in arms. Just like, oh yep, this is my wife now, basically.
Oh.
People are already like, yeah, it's if you watch the videos, it's insane.
Jeez, yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
The guy who's married to Miku. I don't know. There's some videos of like this one Japanese guy who like married a hologram of Miku. He's probably just pumping his fist right now, being like, yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot the main part of it is that it's multimodal, so it's real time seeing and audio. So you can interrupt it and show something, and it'll be like, So it's like that. It's like all that other stuff that you've seen with other demos, but like all in a real time person you're talking to on your phone.
Right.
And it's insane.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I feel like fun. All this like AI stuff's coming out like every month or something. Like, oh my god, that's crazy. How long do you think it's gonna be before like it's just like everyday news? Like we're like nowadays, like when like video games for years people like, oh my god, that looks incredible, and now it's like, oh yeah, that looks pretty real. That's cool. Yep, that's cool. Yep.
I think it'll just probably plateau to the point where it's just you can't tell that you're not talking to a robot, and then it was like, oh yeah, I guess this one's slightly smarter, cool, or something. Or when they put it in a robot, that's going to be fun.
Yep, sure that soon. So that's geez, people are going to do full like voice acted like Sora AI like short.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, totally. Yeah, you're gonna have. They even had two of them talk to each other, and they both got all meta with each other. It was just, yeah.
How quickly were they like, let's take this to the silent. Like, let's talk.
It did start interrupting the host a bunch of times.
Boy. Let us finish. Oh god.
We've made a committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before they get
it was weird because I thought they would pre-record it. That probably is. I can't tell if it's them doing mind games where it's like we'll allow some mistakes
right
through the pre-recording so people think. But I do wonder like if the AI just started getting hostile.
Yeah, how long before we get a news article of ChatGPT 4.0 yelled at me or something?
Oh, it's totally going to happen.
Like someone's going to be like cooking with it, and it's like, wait, it's this or that? They're like, it's this. I've told you 3 times, Susan. It's this. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Yeah, it could sing as well and talk like sarcastically as well. So like, it's probably some emotional games going.
Could we sue it for like hate speech if they were to ever like say stuff to us or something?
I'm already trying that with OpenAI, so I'm sure we'll find out. Interesting on how that, because when it hallucinates,
it hurt my
something.
Feelings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been interesting.
That's crazy.
AI segment.
Yeah, our weekly.
How do you keep up to date with this, Khari? Do you just like look on their publications?
I don't. This was just a crazy. I mean,
it was kind of
probably
all
the same
over the
reason.
place.
Yeah, probably the same reason you guys heard about it, even if you didn't click on it. It's just one of those big news events.
Yeah. Especially with the name ChatGPT now too. It's just something with that. Someone, people know that name now too.
Yep. They'll jump on it.
I also have some big news. Back to the gaming world for a second.
Boy.
All right.
Lo-Fi Girl is coming to Fortnite.
Is she really? Like
wow.
the studying
like the girl studying girl.
I feel like they've accumulated so many IPs to this point where it's like, all right, who else can we just consume? Who else could we
what?
I don't know. It's funny
at this point, yeah.
I didn't know that it was Lego, Sony, Walt Disney. Is each investing 1 billion into Epic Games?
It was Disney, I think, did.
Okay, but I know Lego for sure because they have their own Lego
world,
branch of it.
I've seen job positions just for like Lego Fortnite jobs, so it's clearly growing and not going anywhere.
That's crazy. But yeah, they have literally every aspect of our what a kid
culture.
wants for culture and just like toys, like everything cool, every IP for geared towards kids, and even just everything that is zeitgeist from video games to anime to whatever manga, anything in that regards, and they're just like absorbing into their own little world. So it's like you get to a point where you have everything and everyone. What else can you do? So
then you do the Fortnite movie.
That's right.
It's all over.
Right. I remember seeing the Minecraft movie getting
I guess Fortnite will just come to a point where it'll just be like, when a new Marvel movie comes out, they'll just have characters day and day or something, instead of it being. What are they gonna?
It's almost like a requirement now, I guess, if you want your IP to be relevant.
Yeah,
you gotta have it.
I'm sure there's still lots they can go into. Like, I guess they can still go into like 2D Disney, like having like Beauty and the Beast or like the princesses run around with AKs.
Is that not already the case?
I honestly don't know.
I didn't even check. It wouldn't surprise me.
I saw Billie Eilish was in it recently. I played Fortnite.
Yeah, celebrities gotta be in it.
Yep.
You can't. Yeah, it's like it's
that.
Interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that Nintendo there was a conversation with Nintendo about getting like Samus and like some Nintendo characters in, and Nintendo, I think it sounded like wanted to, but they wanted them exclusively on the Switch, so they're like, nah.
Oh,
that's such a our rule is exclusive, so that is to be fair, that is something Nintendo does a lot in the past, right? Is like, do you remember even in the GameCube games where it's like if you play like NBA Jam on the GameCube, you get to play as Mario? But like
Soul Calibur 2 or whatever it was.
Soul Calibur, yeah. So I guess that's not
new.
Something unfamiliar, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because their IPs are just so strong. That's like, screw you. I guess they have that leverage kind of thing.
I mean, so does all the other IPs that they have in there, like Marvel or Star Wars. Those are.
It's probably just like a long philosophy they have or something.
Yeah, I could see them too holding off and just doing like the Switch 2 thing where they. Yeah. Get that in there.
Yeah, speaking of Switch 2, man,
it's coming. They've said it. They've officially talked about it now.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It's happening, guys. We're talking about it.
Yeah. Well, they've said that they will officially talk and announce it by the end of this business year. So by the end of March of next year.
Yep.
So it's coming. It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Do we know what the updates will be so far, or just kind of
we know magnetic Joy-Cons. We know new NVIDIA.
We know nothing for sure.
We do know those for sure. I think.
I mean, that could just be a test patent that they've had or something, too.
That's true. But the person who brought this to light, I think, was the same person that did the OLED, had all the OLED stuff correct. And it's only those three things, where it's like a magnet, 4K, and NVIDIA, which we all know is true.
Right.
Anyways, but there might be more. It might be a flip screen.
Will they actually
the big DS, a giant DS?
BDS.
I mean, would that be?
That'd be kind of cool.
Would that be cool, right? Like same form factor, You can even rotate the screen so you can still hold it like a Switch normally, right?
I see the future, Khari. You're right.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out with the big DS, which is the BDS, and then a couple months later they're gonna come out with the BDSM, the big DS
BDSM.
Mini,
yes,
which is just DS.
Massive, yeah.
The BDS XL, you gotta,
yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
fuck.
I could see that. I think that could happen.
Write us something. Nintendo, hire us. We got some ideas,
Mm-hmm.
Our ideas are, worthwhile.
How is Doug Bowser doing?
Probably pretty well, I'd guess.
Yeah.
Probably pretty well.
Better than Phil Spencer right now? Probably.
Yeah.
What's this going on? You guys know Fallout better. What's going on with everyone bombing Phil Spencer's base?
Well, it was after they closed those 4 studios, and like he's like pretty active at like playing Fallout 76.
Oh really?
And, like stuff like where like you can like see his base, and like I think that's like one of the things, like if you have an Xbox, like I think you could like add Phil Spencer or whatever. And I guess somebody just nuked his base. And then I think it was like a day or two after, I think Phil Spencer like got the achievement for like making nukes, so people thought he was gonna like retaliate. But then it was like a day later, it looked like he stopped playing 76 and went back to Fallout 4.
Wait, do people just see his place? Is this all public?
I think so, yeah. I think some people have him on.
Oh,
I think it's kind of like a community thing or something.
Right. Is it actually him or like his kids or something?
It's probably him.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor,
multi-millionaire fucking
CEO. I'm sure it's harder because I did see, even with Hi-Fi Rush, I did see some stuff where it was like it was a very big company for what it made or something.
So was that why people were bombing his base, because he shut down that company that did Hi-Fi Rush
and a bunch of other ones, yeah.
And also people like to grief. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't do this before. I feel like that's like should be target number 1 for everyone, anyways.
Yeah. Apparently, Fallout 76 is like very well known for like everybody being pretty friendly. Like if you start the game, like people will usually come up to you and like just gift you a bunch of stuff. Or there's lots of like community boxes where people leave stuff all the time. Which is people say it's kind of weird for like Fallout being like this brutal post-apocalyptic world is known for like people being like very friendly.
Maybe I'll check it out then.
Yeah, you could ruin
I
it.
installed it the other day.
Sometime.
Yeah, we should. Why not?
Yeah.
Because people have been liking it a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Only took them fucking 5 years.
Yeah, it slowly got better. It sounds like.
Yeah.
It's the new model these days. Speaking of cool models, there's a new Lego model set for coming out. It's the Barad-dûr Lego set. For those who don't know, it's like the one with the eye. It's like the tower in Mordor. We got the first Lego model or character model of Sauron, like ever. So that'll be super cool.
Wow. How does it connect? How does it connect to the sides?
Connect to the sides. What do you mean?
How does it connect like the?
It looks like it's got like a bar through it, Khari, that like it can kind of like rotate around.
Yeah.
Cool.
It looks pretty cool.
Neat. And then, that was like 2 years ago. It was leaked, so it's like finally come out. I've been waiting for it for so long.
You gonna get it?
Yeah, I think I'll get it.
It's like 4,000 pieces, isn't it?
Yeah, $5.99. I think it's also, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's taller than their actual Eiffel Tower set.
Oh wow, it does look pretty big.
Yeah, because I think the Eiffel Tower one is the tallest set so far.
Let's see here.
Pretty sweet.
How do you get a job as a Lego designer?
I don't know, but I know they have a bunch of them. Or they call them Imagineers, Khari.
Isn't that a Disney thing?
Oh fuck, you're right.
It's almost 3 feet tall.
Wow.
It's 32.5 inches.
That's like.
And Lego says you can buy additional copies and stack its modular pieces as high as you want.
Damn.
Huh? Oh, I see.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
Very cool.
Too tall for Calvin.
Yeah, it's Calvin's height.
Let's go tower.
Is that Ben Shapiro doing it?
I don't know what image you're looking at. No, that's not Ben Shapiro. Maybe that's yeah. Never mind.
I'll copy the image and paste it.
I see what you're talking about. Maybe it's like sexy Ben Shapiro, you know? I didn't think I'd ever say those words.
God. And then we also, oh yeah, I see what you mean. The whatchamacallit, season 2 of Rings of Power is also, their first trailer was announced or released.
How do you feel? The first season? What do you think of the first season?
Season 1 was a hodgepodge of like some cool moments and just like really bad writing and stuff doesn't make sense. And also, it depends on how much of a fan you are. So it's like, if you were a person who loved the lore, was super into the books, delved into like every aspect of it, you would probably hate the series because they completely kiboshed as much as they could and went to a different direction. But if you're someone who's like an average fan, you probably didn't care and you're kind of like, oh, okay, it's fine.
Right.
But then there's a lot of like just character moments that I felt were kind of undeserved. Like Galadriel's character was a little all over the place. I don't know, just kind of like her arc and her wants and needs were kind of just
like, do you think they were just rushed or like just even
completely
just
rushed,
motivated?
And it's also like, to be honest, I kind of forgot most of it. Like it was one of those series where I'm like, I don't need to rewatch that, to be honest.
Cool thing.
A lot of like goofy moments too, where like they unveiled like the creation of Mordor, and it was like the stupidest thing where it's like they destroyed this they used a dagger as like a keyhole, if I recall correctly, and it like set off this, it was like his old crusty man or whatever who like put it in the keyhole or something, and it set off this chain reaction where like, I'm shitting you not, a rock fell from this place, this contraption, which set off this river to unleash, and it kept going miles and miles, almost like a what are those devices called where you move like a marble and it keeps going down and like hitting dominoes, and it's like
the word
Ruby
I know what you're talking about.
No.
Yeah, Ruben. Yeah, Goldberg. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the word. Goldberg machine. Played Mousetrap.
Rube Goldberg machine. Yeah. So it's just like goofy little things like that, and then it basically set off this explosion underneath, like in a lava area, that just then made a volcano explode. It was like, what the fuck is this? So
interesting. Was it like one big oneer or something? Like was that?
Yeah,
like
it was literally
shot?
one big oneer, and then literally it did a wide shot pulled back where you see now this area covered in smoke and ash, and it set off all these fire explosions and whatnot, and lava and what. And it was cool from a spectacle point of view, but when you really think about it, you're like, this is fucking dumb.
This show's
and then it pulled back
on
and just
any of the books, right?
I guess vaguely, because I know a lot of this takes place in the Second Age, but then they're having characters like introduced that are just not in the Second Age at all. And then as a showrunner point of view, a lot of the people, from things I've read, Sauron is portrayed as this elven being called Anatar, who's like the Lord of Gifts, who kind of manipulates them into creating the rings and doing all these like behind the scenes shadowy things. But I think, and then in season 1 he was like this completely different dude named I totally forgot his name again. Sauron's name.
Okay, I just watched the scene.
He was just like a dude.
Yeah, I'm watching it now. They got it up.
And then finishing with the scene, it pulls back and it says Mordor, like literally just like text on screen. And we're kind of like, well, no shit, but it's also so goofy. Like, I don't know what they were thinking.
I like how like not even that much water falls in, and then it just cuts to the mountain exploding.
Cost.
And there's other aspects that are just like goofy as heck. I don't know. I did like what's his name? Elrond's him and his relationship with his dwarven friend. I like that. There were some good like heartfelt moments, and I don't know. It wasn't great.
The Rings of Power is a masterpiece. This is why.
I mean, people will have different opinions, but I mean, as a somewhat decent fan, I felt it fell flat in a lot of areas. Even some of the action too was just kind of.
Yeah, it doesn't help too that it's gonna always be compared to like.
Oh yeah.
The original trilogy, which is like some of the best movies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But then also, speaking of last thing with that, Andy Serkis, did we talk about last week? He's going to be directing some Lord of the Rings stuff.
Right.
No, we didn't talk about it, but
yeah.
Kind of ties in.
Yeah, the next Lord of the Rings movie is it rumored or officially announced?
I think it's announced for sure, but we don't know what it's going to be. They're just Lord of the Rings movies.
Well, they said it's called Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum, directed by Andy Serkis.
Okay, never mind.
The Hunt for Gollum.
Yeah. Which after they announced it, I guess they like DMCA striked like a fan made film from like 10 years ago called The Hunt for Gollum. Which was like been out for like 10 years before they even announced it, and then I think people got mad, so they took down the strike and it's back up, which is good. Yeah, more.
It was probably literally this automatic retro,
They saw the success of the Gollum game and they're like, well, we gotta get back on that train.
Gotta get on that. I wonder if it's a sequel then. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
What would it be then?
Prequel?
Well,
you already got like an in-between, like a 0.5, like a Lion King 0.5 situation.
Yeah, Lion King 1.5, yeah.
Just a goofy comedy with Gollum.
It could be.
Could be.
Just told from his perspective the whole time, the same thing. Yeah, I like it.
Be interesting to see what that is.
Well,
maybe we'll have more news by next week for our 50th episode. Make sure to tune in for that because we're gonna do something special. Colton's got surprises. Khari's got surprises.
I got some cooked.
I got big.
Cal will be there.
Cooking,
Yep, big episode. So make sure you tune in.
Something precious, yes.
We also, quick, the hockey. We're hockey fans now, right?
We are hockey fans, so we have a game to go watch now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we are all pumped about it.
Yeah, so excited. What teams are playing?
Edmonton versus Vancouver. Yeah.
Right.
All right. We'll let you know how they do next week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.